Hi everybody, today we're talking about tourism numbers, and perhaps some good news for tourism after the numbers sort of languishing over the first half of this year. Now, for those people that are loving watching the Thai tourism numbers tank, either because they just don't like mass tourism or because they just don't like Thailand, then this video is probably not for you. But we do have some numbers. I think it is probably a bit of a breath of fresh air amongst all, I suppose, the rather negative news around Thailand over recent months. Let's go to Nation Thailand. Thailand's tourism rebounds as tourist arrivals hit 22 million. And apparently the tourism sector is experiencing a significant recovery. Significant, I'll check that out a bit later, according to the Ministry of Tourism and Sports, announcing that foreign tourist arrivals have surpassed 22 million this year. Now, before you take your shoes and socks off, I will analyse that number in just a moment. And according to the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, from the 1st of January to the 7th of September this year, Thailand welcomed a total of nearly 22.4 million foreign visitors. And breaking that down, the top 5 nationalities, China back on top, but just by a whisker. Then you've got Malaysia, India, Russia and South Korea. Now, checking weekly numbers, the most notable rise in tourist numbers was from Singapore, which saw a remarkable 47% increase. Then it looks like a cat walked across the keyboard. This surge moved Singapore into the top 5 for weekly tourist arrivals. Due to school holidays, India also contributed to the growth with a nearly 30% increase. But some countries dropped down a bit. Malaysia down nearly 15%, South Korea down 6%, China down 4.6%. But the numbers expected to rise this week because of long holidays in Malaysia and promotional activities like the amazing Thailand Grand Tourism and Sports Year 2025. And furthermore, the government's ease of travelling measures. I've got to say, I've never heard of the amazing Thailand Grand Tourism and Sports Year 2025 or the ease of travelling campaign. Have you seen anything about those? Have you seen them in any Facebook posts? Has the TAT sent you something saying, come back to Thailand because we're having a Grand Tourism and Sports Year promotion? I've just never seen anything about those. Anyway. But it says in this second paragraph that these measures are playing a crucial role in boosting arrivals. These include waiving the TM6 immigration form. Now, hang on, we've been without that TM6 blue and white card for, more than a year. We used to have to fill it out before we landed in Thailand on the plane. Yes, they have got rid of that, but they've replaced it with the digital version, the TDAC. Every foreigner needs to fill that out in the 3-day window before they come to Thailand, or you can fill it out once you get into the airport before you get to immigration. So I think getting rid of the TM6 is a pretty insignificant reason that people are coming back to the country. Now, just about the significant increase in tourists. Okay, we've got some 22 million tourists up to September this year, but if you map that out through to the end of the year, we'll still be way down on last year and certainly a lot further down than the record number back in 2019 when we had nearly 40 million tourists. So the significant increase has really been just the last couple of weeks when the numbers have improved, and let's hope they continue improving to the end of the year. Now, the airlines, they're onto something because they're suddenly starting to order a lot more aircraft and they're trying to find extra pilots. We go to nationthailand.com again. Thai Airlines ramp up fleet expansion amid looming pilot shortage. And Thailand's aviation industry is set for rapid changes over the next 2 to 3 years as airlines move to expand their fleets to pre-pandemic levels. And that's a photo there of Waranat Laprabang. He's the Vietjet Thailand CEO. And he's warned that the industry will become increasingly sensitive over the next 2 years. He says if Chinese tourists do not return, what will we do? Indian tourists may help offset the loss, but not completely. And we expect Thailand to face a significant pilot shortage within the next 2 years as each airline has aggressive fleet expansion plans. So what do these airlines and tourist industry people know that we don't? It looks like they are expecting a significant recovery. And Vietjet Thailand alone plans to recruit 320 pilots over the next 4 years, and a fleet expansion from 18 aircraft last year to a target of 50 by 2028. And they say 1/3 of the new pilot demand, roughly 100 pilots, will come from student pilots, while the remaining 200 plus pilots will need to be sourced from the existing market. And the story notes that many pilots who lost jobs during the COVID-19 pandemic are still unable to return due to expired licences, interestingly, with only about half having re-entered the system. So it looks like Thailand did lose a lot of qualified pilots, just another one of these unintended consequences, as we're now, 2 or 3 years after the end of the COVID pandemic. Anyway, a bit of good news. Looks like the tourism numbers are going up at the moment. Sadly, most of Thailand has turned on some pretty poor weather this week, though I'm glad to say the sun is out. So we look forward to you coming back as we get closer to the silly season here in Thailand for tourists, and let's hope that good news continues. Look forward to your comments. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.